What if I told you that right now, in the heart of West Africa, something extraordinary is unfolding? A project so secret, so carefully hidden, that it could rewrite the destiny of an entire continent? What if I told you that Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, is quietly building a plan that the world powers never wanted you to see? A project whispered about in villages, debated in military camps, and feared in foreign capitals. This is Traoré's hidden project, the plan that could change Africa forever. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like button if you believe Africa deserves freedom. And don't forget to subscribe to Echoes of Africa Stories for more untold truths the mainstream media will never show you. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear is not in the headlines. It is a story of courage, secrecy, betrayal, and destiny. And once you know it, you will never look at Africa's future the same way again. The rise of a revolutionary. To understand this project, we must first understand the man. Ibrahim Traoré was not born into privilege. He was not the son of a wealthy family or a politician groomed for power. He was an ordinary Burkinabe, forged in the struggles of a nation haunted by instability, poverty, and betrayal. His life changed when he joined the army. The Sahel region was in flames, torn apart by terrorism, corruption, and the constant meddling of foreign powers. Traoré witnessed firsthand the suffering of his people. He saw villages burned, children displaced, and communities abandoned, while politicians in the capital grew rich off foreign aid and gold contracts. But unlike others who turned their backs, Traoré refused to look away. He rose through the military ranks, admired for his courage, discipline, and simplicity. By the age of 34, he had gained the loyalty of soldiers who trusted him with their lives. And then, in 2022, he made the decision that shook the entire region. He led a coup, toppling a government that had failed its people. When he appeared before the nation in his red beret, eyes sharp with determination, his words carried more than authority. They carried the fire of a generation. He spoke of African sovereignty, independence, and freedom from neo-colonial chains. He promised to defend Burkina Faso at all costs, even if it meant standing alone against the most powerful nations on earth. The world dismissed him at first. They called him young, reckless, and temporary. But what they didn't realize was that behind those fiery speeches, Traoré was quietly designing a project that would go far beyond politics. A master plan hidden from the world, but destined to reshape Africa's future. The whisper of a hidden project. Soon, whispers began to spread. In military camps, soldiers spoke of secret drills, unusual trainings, and new formations of elite troops. In villages, elders noticed unusual movements, trucks traveling late at night, convoys disappearing into the bush, supplies being quietly moved. Foreign intelligence agencies picked up the signals but could not piece the puzzle together. Something was happening in Burkina Faso, something big. But what exactly was Traoré building? Was it a new army, a new economy, a plan for African unity, or perhaps all three, woven together into something larger than anyone imagined? One thing was clear. It was not chaos. It was not improvisation. It was deliberate. It was strategy. It was a hidden project unfolding step by step, shielded from the eyes of outsiders. If you're still with me, drop a comment right now. Do you think Traoré's hidden project is military, economic, or political? I want to hear your thoughts. The military backbone of the vision. At the heart of this vision is the military, but not the weak, dependent armies Africa has been forced to rely on for decades. Not soldiers trained in Europe only to return and serve foreign interests. Traoré's idea was different. He wanted an army truly loyal to the Burkinabe people, not to foreign donors, not to corrupt elites. An army that could defend its soil with pride. Reports suggest that under his leadership, special rapid response units have been formed. These are not ordinary soldiers. They are trained for guerrilla warfare, desert survival, urban defense, and rapid counterinsurgency. They are equipped and organized to face the unique realities of the Sahel, where terrorism and foreign interference combine in deadly forms. But this is not only a national project. Traoré has quietly been coordinating with Mali and Niger, forming what some are calling the Sahel Shield, a united security front determined to protect their borders without begging NATO, France, or the United States for help. Think about that for a moment. For the first time in modern history, African nations are building their own defense structures without relying on the West. This is the kind of shift that terrifies foreign powers, because if Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger can secure themselves, they no longer need foreign troops. And if they don't need foreign troops, they no longer need foreign control. If you think Africa needs its own strong armies, smash the like button right now. The economic dimension of the master plan. But Traoré knows an army alone cannot save a nation if its people remain hungry. That is why his hidden project extends far into the economy. Burkina Faso is blessed with resources, gold, cotton, fertile land. But for decades, these riches have been drained away by outsiders. French corporations controlled the mines. The CFA franc, tied to the French treasury, kept the economy shackled. Traoré began to change this. He moved to nationalize parts of the gold sector, ensuring that more of the profits stayed within the country. He pushed for agricultural independence, encouraging farmers to grow more local crops and reduce reliance on expensive imports. He turned to new partners, Russia, Turkey, and African allies, to build trade deals that bypass the old colonial systems. But there's an even bolder vision whispered in the halls of power. Some insiders say Traoré dreams of a new Sahelian currency, free from French control. Others suggest he is preparing for a Pan-African economic network where nations share resources with each other instead of shipping them out to Europe. If true, this is revolutionary. A project not just about military independence, but economic liberation. A project that, if successful, could end decades of exploitation. The power of alliances. Every leader needs allies, and Traoré has been forging them carefully. Recently, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger broke away from ECOWAS, defying regional and international pressure. They formed what is now called the Alliance of Sahel States. This alliance is more than a defense pact. It is a declaration of independence from the old system. It is a statement to the world that African nations can stand together. With Traoré as one of its driving forces, this alliance may one day evolve into something even bigger, the rebirth of Pan-Africanism. The dream that Thomas Sankara and Kwame Nkrumah once carried may finally be rising from the shadows, not in theory, but in action. And here lies the secret. Traoré's project is not just for Burkina Faso. It is regional. It is continental. It is a blueprint that, if copied by other nations, could set Africa on a path of true independence. Share this video right now if you believe Africa must unite. Let more people hear this story. Why the West is afraid. This is why foreign powers are afraid. They see a young leader, underestimated at first, now reshaping the destiny of a region. They see a military they cannot control, an economy they cannot drain, alliances they cannot manipulate, a Burkina Faso that does not bend, a Sahel that does not obey, an Africa that begins to stand. This is why the Western media attacks Traoré at every opportunity. This is why intelligence agencies keep a close watch on him, because his project is not just dangerous to their influence, it is deadly to their entire system of control. And if his vision spreads across the continent, Africa as we know it will never be the same again. The forbidden future. So what lies ahead? Traoré's path is not easy. Enemies surround him. Terrorists, corrupt elites, foreign agents, and even betrayal from within threaten to undermine his vision. History reminds us that revolutionary leaders often pay the ultimate price. But this time, something is different. The people of Burkina Faso are awake. They chant his name in the streets. They wave their flags high. Their voices echo with the slogan, La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons. Fatherland or death, we shall overcome. This hidden project is no longer just Traoré's alone. It belongs to the Burkina people, to the soldiers who defend it, and to millions of Africans who watch with hope and pride. If it succeeds, we will see the rise of a new Africa, an Africa no longer begging, no longer kneeling, no longer bound. If it fails, the chains of neocolonialism will only tighten, and that is why this project is forbidden. Not because it is wrong, but because it is powerful, because it is the one thing Africa was never meant to have, true independence. Closing call to action. Now you know the truth of Traoré's hidden project. It is not just a military plan. It is not just an economic reform. It is a vision, a destiny, a forbidden master plan that could change Africa forever. So I ask you, will Africa rise with Traoré, or will the forces of the old world crush this dream before it becomes reality? Drop your answer in the comments. Let your voice be heard, and before you go, smash that like button if you believe in Africa's freedom. Subscribe to Echoes of Africa Stories so you never miss the untold truths, and hit the notification bell because they will never show you these stories on mainstream TV. Share this video far and wide because the rise of Africa cannot be stopped, and together we will echo its story across the world.